It's Saturday night, and we're back in the Gunners Club.
And it's the festive season, isn't it? And Christmas nipples. I said tipples. What are you planning for Christmas for a little bit of a drink?
As it happens, one of our loyal watchers of our output
Yes.
has suggested that we try a Drambuie.
Now, you would have had to have fetched this out of a 70-year-old's cellar or something, is that right? You don't see a lot of this in the bar these days, do you?
You should, though.
Yeah?
You should, though.
What am I
It's
missing out on?
exceptionally good.
Yeah?
But I have to admit, I haven't had this mixed before. I've had it straight, and it's extraordinarily good. Well, however, what came as a shock to me, and you pointed it out, it's based on Scotch.
Yeah, I mean, from the
I
Isle
didn't
of
know that.
Skye, that's what you'd expect. And Drambuie in English, and they're pretending that it means the drink that satisfies. It doesn't mean that. Look, why are they doing this? Why are we being taught in Australia that, Gleanfidish means the valley of the deer, when clearly in Scots Gaelic it's the valley of the crow? Why are they pretending in Gaelic that this means the drink that satisfies? Instead of, pour this for me and I'll tell you what it means in Gaelic.
Must we?
Well, we've got to start somewhere.
Oh. Oh, tell me that is not a festive smell.
Yeah, it is. It's great. So you've got some heather, you've got some honey in it.
Yeah. Now, I was thinking, when I read his comment, when he suggested that we should try out doing this as a comparison and find out what it's like, that why don't I put a bit of Dubliner in it? That extra honey and honeycomb to it. And you suggested that's probably maybe overdoing it with the honey, because this has sort of got like a honey base to it as well. So why not with as it turns out, a spiced ginger beer?
Gets better and better. And this is from Bundaberg, so Australian product. We love our Australian stuff. So the blessed marriage between the Isle of Skye and Queensland.
There you go.
Let's do it. Ah, now what colour is that?
Honey.
Which is what colour?
I'm not going there. It's honey, all right?
Yeah. So it's yellow. That's what it means in Gaelic, right? The yellow drink. Get rid of this rubbish that's the drink that satisfies. It ain't that. It's the yellow drink.
Seriously.
I feel so much better after that. My 2 years of Scottish Gaelic classes have paid off. And I know that I'm going to get comments from my brother.
Hang on. Did you actually pay for them?
Yeah, I did. So we did all that, Canina Shinshre, the language of our forefathers, all that sort of stuff, which I found beyond mildly amusing given my genetic background.
You sure they didn't give those classes away?
Scottish, they don't give nothing away. I remember for the end of the year, they had a bit of a raffle that was going, and I remember buying quite a few tickets and thinking, well, got a chance of getting a bottle of Teachers or something like that.
Yes.
So I said, I'll have half a dozen, actually make it 10 tickets. I said I wouldn't mind a bottle of Teachers or something, and lady looked at me frankly appalled, and she says, oh no, I wouldn't expect anything so grand as that. And sure enough, my name was called out. I won third prize, and it was a bag of lemons from someone's tree. So they don't give nothing away for free. Kid you not. Oh, that's pleasing, isn't it?
Isn't it? I mean, I have to admit, I have had this on the bar because it's a staple. This is something that you need to have in your bar. I've had this on the bar since we opened the Gunners Club.
Sure. That was when the malady took hold, wasn't it?
It was.
The madness.
Yeah. And this is the first, I've opened it because I wanted to make sure it hasn't gone off. But this is the first time I'm actually sitting down to have a true taste of it.
Yeah.
In reality.
Just smelling it, it brings back that period of my life where, about 40 years ago when I last smelt this, it was around the time when 4711 cologne was still in fashion.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, yes, I remember Mother using that and thinking she was so sophisticated.
Well, look at us here 40 years later with a bottle of this, so I'm not so sure.
Well, as it turns out, I also have a bottle of Pimm's up there. We must do that one night.
It's very sugared.
Oh,
that's what you'd expect.
Pleasing, though.
More than most liqueurs, there's a real alcohol burn to it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
a lot of the liqueurs that we've played with, like the rums, 20%. This is 40%. So this is similar to an ordinary Scotch that we'd buy in Australia, dumbed down to the 40% tax for Australia. But that's why you're getting, there's a lot of sugar in it. It is a liqueur, but you're getting the full alcohol burn as well, which is unexpected for something that sweet.
I'm wondering whether down the track we should do one on Dom Benedictine.
Okay.
That just occurred to me because that goes back to the same era, same vintage.
Yeah. Gosh, next we'll be pouring Advocaat down each other's throats as well.
Already done that video.
You want to try a splash of that?
Why not? Let's do it. I think this is very Christmassy.
Yeah, very festive. And don't forget that in the Southern Hemisphere, it's our summer for Christmas. And that means that we're not doing the mulled wines. Although we actually might do a mulled wine, but generally we're not. We're doing things which are cooler and more refreshing. And it's not out of hand to have, your uncle come round and actually have a beer for Christmas. Not unheard of at all.
Exactly right. Oh, that has completely changed the nose to that.
Getting a lot of festivity out of this, particularly with
my God.
ginger beer.
Yes. But this isn't your standard ginger beer. This is a spiced ginger beer.
Yeah.
So it's very Christmassy. It's a limited release that they Bundaberg bring out around about this time of the year. But my God, that is so good.
That's festive, actually. You could sit on that as well. You wouldn't be in a rush for it, come this time of year when we've got the ashes on for the cricket and things like that. And you want to nurse your drinks, not swill them, because you're going to be there for a long time in front of the television.
Yeah, if you're talking cricket, I probably won't be. Not my favourite thing to watch. It's like sort of, watching grass grow.
It's exciting when you get to see them cover the grass if it rains.
That's probably the most exciting part.
That's right. So this was a nice suggestion, actually, for Drambuie.
This is quite bloody good. I'm surprised we
Very
haven't
festive.
drunk this more.
It really is so festive.
But even without the ginger beer, it had a real warmness to it, didn't it?
I
because
agree.
of that spirit.
Very thick and cloying because it's a liqueur. I think that even just a small amount of the ginger beer really cuts it. And if you don't have ginger beer on hand, ginger ale, I'm really, lamenting about the fact that you need to have some ginger for it to cut it, in my opinion. Heather is a taste which we're not really accustomed to here in Australia. I get it. It's Scottish. You want the fruch.
I'm
the
sorry?
Scottish. That's a
You got a
Gaelic
bit
word
of phlegm, have you?
That's the Gaelic word for Heather. See, the lessons are coming back. But it's not something we're accustomed to, so I would cut it with a bit of ginger or even just a bit of straight soda if that's all that you have, and maybe some lemon or something like that. Very tasty. Very, very tasty.
Isn't it? I'm surprised, actually. I've had this on the bar and haven't partaken. I need to smack myself.
Yeah. And you reckon Pimm's as well is something you'd like to try?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
You've got to have Pimm's with a special somebody.
Is that right? Is that one of those, is it?
It just seems, it's one of those things, it's more for the ladies, I think, the Pimm's, and it's more for your cucumber sandwiches and garden
that's
parties.
okay.
A garden party, that sort of thing.
Right. Okay. Let's throw a garden party. Hang on. I know exactly when we need to do it for.
Sure.
You remember Nouri? We did that boxing one, right? Where he was here, and anyway, we decided that we're inviting the gym over to celebrate Christmas, their break up here. Do you think they would appreciate a Pimm's with a cucumber sandwich?
I'm not sure we're pitching to the right crowd. Imagine some people with their sports bags, They basically just have to take the mouth guards out to wrap their lips around a cup of Pimm's.
Yeah.
Not sure we've got the right cast there.
Oh, just a fleeting thought, you know.
Thanks for suggesting Drambuie to us. Generally, we enjoy trying new things, and you know what to do if you like what we do.
I'm impressed with this. Why haven't we drunk this before?
Haven't thought it through.
Haven't thought it through.
Join us next time. We'll get the drill sergeant down on your throat if you don't come along and join us. And remember, roll book will be marked. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.